The tension inside that press conference room could have been cut with a knife. Dillon Gabriel sat there, shoulders tight, helmet hair still damp, and the air heavy with unspoken truth. The team had just endured another nightmare on the field, a 2-7 record hanging around their necks like a curse. The loss wasn't just another number in the standings, it was a message written in flashing lights. Something's broken, and everyone knows it. Reporters shuffled papers, cameras blinked red, and you could almost feel the collective hunger for answers. When you're a quarterback at the center of a sinking season, every question feels like a jab, every flash a spotlight on your failures. Gabriel had walked off the field, knowing the numbers told a story of disaster. 167 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and far too many drives that ended in frustration. Fans had been booing by halftime, and social media was a wildfire of criticism before the fourth quarter even ended. The defense wasn't perfect, sure, but this wasn't about missed tackles or blown coverages. This was about an offense that couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't finish. And when your opponent beats you with only 169 total yards, just 42 through the air, that's not a loss, that's humiliation. As Gabriel took his seat at the podium, the media didn't waste a second. They wanted explanations, confessions, something raw. They asked about play calling, about the new offensive coordinator, about communication. At first, he gave them the standard lines: polite, professional, careful. He talked about execution, rhythm, and learning curves. He mentioned Tommy, the new play caller, how things felt good at practice, and how the team just needed to clean up small details. It was quarterback diplomacy, controlled, neutral, and practiced. But the room wasn't there for small details. Everyone was waiting for one question. And when it finally came, the energy shifted instantly. A reporter, voice steady but sharp, leaned forward and asked the question that had been simmering across the fan base for weeks. Was Dillion looking over his shoulder at Shedeur Sanders? Did he feel the heat from the young backup with the famous name breathing down his neck? In that moment, Gabriel's entire demeanor changed. His eyes flicked toward the reporter, then back to the table. The man who had been giving measured, multi-sentence answers all evening suddenly went quiet. His voice dropped, his tone flat, and his response was as short as it gets. No. All I can do is control what I can control. That was it. 2 sentences, delivered with exhaustion rather than confidence. And just like that, the clip went viral. Millions watched it within hours. On the surface, it seemed like a textbook athlete response. Stay in your lane. Focus on yourself. Don't feel drama. But underneath the surface, everyone heard something else. The brevity spoke louder than the words themselves. After an entire press conference of polished explanations and detailed answers, that one question stripped everything bare. For the first time all night, he wasn't the composed professional. He was the quarterback fighting to keep his job. The internet wasted no time dissecting it. Some defended Gabriel, saying he was doing what any leader should, staying poised, avoiding headlines. Others saw it as the beginning of the end, a subtle acknowledgement that he knew what was coming. Because let's be honest, when you're 2-7 and your team is falling apart, those questions aren't hypothetical anymore. They're warnings. And the name looming behind him isn't just any backup. It's Shedeur Sanders, son of Coach Prime himself. A player who carries legacy, spotlight, and expectation like armor. Shedeur isn't just a quarterback, he's a brand, a story waiting to unfold, a headline that writes itself. Every week the Browns lose. Every time Gabriel takes a sack or throws an incompletion, those whispers grow louder. When Sanders getting a shot? That's the cruel truth of professional football. Moments like this don't happen in silence. They happen under blinding lights, in front of microphones, with the world watching. And for Gabriel, this is the kind of pressure that tests everything. Confidence, leadership, even identity. He tried to stay composed, talking about chemistry, about building continuity under the new coordinator. But the cracks were showing. The team had changed play callers mid-season, and while Gabriel tried to frame that as progress, the results weren't backing him up. 6 sacks in one game isn't just bad luck, it's a quarterback drowning behind an offensive line and unable to find air. Still, there were flashes of what made coaches believe in him in the first place. That 95-yard touchdown drive, the connection with Jerry on a perfect rollout pass, those moments showed what he could be. But football doesn't reward flashes. It rewards consistency, execution, and winning. And the Browns haven't been winning. The numbers don't lie. The body language doesn't lie. And now, even Gabriel's words are starting to betray the truth. Because here's the reality. When you say you're controlling what you can control, it means you've lost control of everything else. The scoreboard, the fan base, the media, even your job, all slipping further from your grip. Every coach preaches focus and patience, but at 2-7, patience turns into panic. The season is effectively lost, and that's when teams start looking to the future. Do you keep running the same playbook with the same results, or do you hand the keys to someone new and see what happens? Bringing in Shedeur Sanders wouldn't just be a football move, it would be a statement. It would inject energy, create headlines, give fans a reason to care again. And in today's NFL, that kind of spark matters as much as a playbook. Sanders' last name alone commands attention, and in a sport where reputation drives revenue, that's not a small thing. But beyond the marketing, there's something deeper. There's curiosity. What if he's the answer? What if he's the one who can turn this chaos into chemistry? Meanwhile, Gabriel's trying to walk the tightrope between hope and reality. You can see the fatigue in his answers, the wear in his posture. He keeps repeating that the team needs to execute in crucial moments, but execution has become the very thing they lack. Every drive feels like a test they're not prepared for. Every sack a reminder that they're slipping further into irrelevance. And while he's saying all the right things, there's a growing sense that he knows words won't save him now. The most striking part of the press conference came near the end when a reporter asked if there were any moral victories to take away from the game. Gabriel didn't hesitate. No moral victories, he said. It was the strongest, most certain thing he said all night. And in that brief flash of fire, you could see a man who still wanted to fight. But wanting and winning are two very different things. In professional football, the line between being the guy and being replaced can vanish overnight. Today, Gabriel's still QB1. Tomorrow, he might be holding a clipboard while Shedeur takes the field. The game moves fast, and the NFL doesn't wait for anyone to catch up. For now, all Gabriel can do is exactly what he said. Control what he can control. But control is slipping away, and every passing game inches him closer to the inevitable. As this story unfolds, one thing is certain: the eyes of the football world are locked on Cleveland. Every practice rep, every sideline glance between Gabriel and Sanders, every coach's quote will be picked apart, analyzed, and debated. The fans smell change, and once that scent is in the air, it's impossible to ignore. So what happens next? Does Dillon Gabriel fight back and silence the noise, or are we witnessing the beginning of the Shedeur Sanders era? Can experience and composure outweigh star power and momentum, or is it already too late for redemption? Let's hear it from you. Should the Browns make the switch now, or let Gabriel finish what he started? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another deep dive into the biggest stories shaking up the football world.